Do you sometimes feel that there is so much of competition out there and it's a very noisy marketplace and it's very hard for you to get your message out there? You know what this video is going to be for you, because I'm going to be sharing with you on how to stand out from the crowd in a crowded marketplace. Whatever may be the niche, like especially the digital coaching space, the e-learning space is booming right now. And while it's booming, there's also a lot of noise that's created. And while the noise is created, it's very hard for the genuine people to be seen. Now, I want you to understand that there is a process to it. Okay, and I'm going to give you 10 ideas on how you can stand out from your competitors, so-called competitors. It's always an abundant world. For me, there's nothing like competition, but how you can be different from others and how others will be able to perceive your value as compared to other players in the market. Okay, this is what has worked for me. So let's get in. Okay, the first idea is stop copying others. I see a big trend right now is people, they go attend other training programs, they copy exactly the same webinar script, they copy the exact same content script. I'm not talking about the template of the webinar, but the actual content people just copy and they just try to replicate it. Now that's a big, it's a losing game, because you're not being original, right? So if you're not original, you're already losing the game and you're going to be one among the crowd. So the only solution to this is by you generating ideas from a creative zone which is coming from your own head. Okay, now you can learn from different places, but when you're presenting it, let it be something unique in the way that you deliver the information. Okay. Second thing is do deep research. I've done more than 500 one-to-ones in my first 18 months of the journey, and that helped me understand my target market in such a deep way. I got the patterns and I then created them into products. So there is no shortcut to this game. You have to go through the grind and really create something. If you want to create something valuable, you got to go do deep research. And that's what I cover in my paid community. We do a hackathon in the first 3 weeks to 4 weeks in the hackathon. I make people do some deep research on multiple platforms. I make them build a scrapbook of ideas. I make them generate at least 100 questions and have those questions in their spreadsheets. And then they go and create courses. And that's why most of my students are doing phenomenally well, because of this research. Because 80% of your success in a knowledge business is the strategy. 20% is the execution. And if you're able to put in that effort to understand your market and understand their challenges and problems, and then you develop simple models and solutions that can solve their problems, that's what's going to help you stand out from the crowd. Now, developing simple models, what I mean by this is, when you do research, when you do one-to-ones, you need to create your own frameworks. Like, I have so many different frameworks in my courses. In fact, everything has a system. Like recording videos, there's a system. Doing webinars is a system. How to run Facebook ads for filling up webinars, as a system. How do you follow up and nurture people, as a system. Copywriting email templates, as a system. How do you pick your niche, as a 6-step system. How do you design curriculums, as a 3-30-90 system. For every single part of this knowledge business, I have developed my own model around it. Okay. I've taken ideas from various mentors, but these models are very unique to me. Okay. Some elements would be evergreen, but the ideas that I'm sharing in my courses and the presentation of the ideas and the mental models and the frameworks are my own original stuff. Okay. So that's what makes it really impactful and simple for my students to follow. The fourth point is stop selling products and just stop selling your time. There's one part of the game where people are just selling course. You have another side of the game where people are just selling high ticket consulting and just looking at everybody as a potential client and closing those deals. But what people miss out is, in both these models, is they forget to build communities. Even though they may say, okay, we are building a community, but community building is a totally different process. Okay. And community building involves gamification. You need to have collaboration. You need to allow other members of the community to facilitate other meetings and stuff like that. That's what I have a whole group of facilitators. So community building is not just saying I have a community and you're doing everything. Okay. You really have to activate the community by doing a few things that I actually teach in my Diamond membership. I have a whole course called Tribe Building Formula, and every single idea in that particular course is very unique to the way that I do things, because I have developed a lot of unique models in tribe building, taking ideas from various places, from religious movements, from congregations, from business networking organizations. I've also taken ideas from network marketing, affiliate marketing. I've actually been through so many different, networking and community, different kinds of communities. And I've taken some of those best elements that makes it non-secular, makes it really fun, interactive, and it's a win-win-win for everyone. So community building is not just saying that, I have so many customers and my customers are my community. No, there is something deeper than that. Okay. Number 5 is you got to design your own flavor. Okay. What I mean by that is every single part of your presence online, digital presence, needs to have your own persona and flavor. Like for me, I like to wear Nike shirts. I have this night mode over here, and if you go to my website, it's got the similar feel. The fonts that I use, the colors that I use, the branding side of it has a flavor. And when people attend my calls, it has a particular flavor. The music that I play in my sessions has a particular flavor. Now, this is what's going to help you stand out from the crowd. Okay. Many people have told me, they've been through many different programs, different, trainers, different mentors, communities. They come here, they feel, wow, it's like a breath of fresh air, because it's the way that I present things and the way that I give a community or a customer experience is very, very different from others, which is mostly like very stereotype. Here, they get activated. It's a lot of fun over here. And by the way, my students who are following my system, they give that same experience to others. Okay. The other thing is, don't look at competitors. Like, I don't really look at what my competitors are doing. I may get information here and there, so-called competition, because for me, I believe that there is no competition. We are living in a world of abundance. There is room for everybody to win and grow. There's no one, it's not like only one person has to take the whole market share. It's such a scarcity mindset. It's not like that, okay? But the interesting thing is, I don't even look at what my competitors are doing, okay? So-called competition. I don't want to, because for me, I like to keep my energy in my own creation zone, which is point number 7. If you want to stand out from the crowd, you need to be in the creation zone for yourself, which means that you got to learn, you got to assimilate the knowledge, you got to digest the knowledge, you got to create your own models, and you just keep creating. Because when you're creating and you're doing it consistently over a period of time, the competition will start looking at you and they'll start doing what you're doing. And that's exactly what's happening in my case, because I don't look at what others are doing. When I'm masterminding with my quantum members, I get ideas from all of them on new ways of implementation. But I'm really not bothered about if somebody is doing exactly what I'm doing, if somebody's pirating my courses, if somebody's talking something bad about me. I don't even care, because that's not where my energy is. Okay. And if somebody is like that, who is possibly thinking on those lines, that's where they are coming from. Okay. So they're dealing with their own issues. So for me, my only focus is to be in the creation zone, and that's what will make you stand out from others. Okay. So it's an abundant world, and people are using negative marketing tactics in their marketing. It only shows that they have insecurities. Okay. But when you're living in an abundant world, there's no insecurity anywhere. Okay. Now let's look at the other one, is being in the creation zone. Number 8 is be consistent. Consistency is the key, actually. If you look at my YouTube videos from over the last 3 to 4 years, I've been super consistent. In doing webinars. I don't look for shortcuts. I believe in compounding of effort. Just like how there's compound interest in money, there's compound interest even in actions. You do the same actions for a long period of time with a lot of passion, commitment, and dedication to it. It will compound. You will see the exponential growth curve that will kick in after a particular period of time. Okay. So if you look at my YouTube video timeline, if you go and look at my Facebook timeline, any of my profiles, you'll see I've been very consistent at it for a long period of time. And that's what's helping my students get the results. That's what's helping me get the results. So I love this quote by Bruce Lee. He says, long-term consistency beats short-term intensity. A lot of people like to start things, but they don't finish things. Or it's enjoyable to start something. It is easier to quit something, but it's very hard to take it to the finish line or being at it for a long period of time. This is where the magic is. And the more consistent you are, the market will observe you and you'll stand out from the crowd. In the crowd, you'll mostly find people who will just be like, rockets just shooting out here and there. And in the internet marketing world, digital coaching world, there are a lot of people like that. One-hit wonders, 1-month wonders. They do, suddenly they'll spend a lot of money on ads and they'll fizzle out after 2-3 months. Or you'll suddenly see them active on videos and then they're gone for some time. Okay. That's not where the recall happens. The recall in a market will recall you for what you are and your efforts only if you are consistently doing it over a long period of time, and that's very hard. Very few people actually are consistent. Okay. And finally, the last point is be a farmer, don't be a hunter. People can sense your energies. Hunting energies, I want sale. Farmer energies, I'll plant the seeds of value, I'll nurture the seeds, and it'll naturally fructify into beautiful plants in the future. And when you start to harvest, it'll be more than you can even handle. So farming mindset even right now, it may seem like if you're putting your energy and effort into a business like this, it may seem that you're not getting the results, but you got to keep going at it. Okay. And you got to keep nurturing. And suddenly you'll observe one day the things will start to move. It will start to move at such a fast pace that all those days of energy and effort and the grind that you've gone through, it'll start to pay off. And that's how farming works. That's how plants grow. Nothing happens for many months, and suddenly when it grows. And when the harvest happens, it's more than one can handle. But hunter, they may get their prey in that day. They go kill the animal and they get their prey. They're very happy about getting, the food for the day. But again, they have to do the same thing next day also. Okay. That's how I see many people also look at this. They look at, most of these people who are into high ticket consulting, they just want to go get the clients, book the call, close the deal. But you know what? Over a period of time, there's a burnout that will happen because they can only scale to that level. Whereas in the farming approach, you're freely giving information for free and posting valuable pieces of content over a long period of time. And suddenly you see from everywhere, people are buying your products, people are getting results. And, it's a totally different intent. Okay. And it's a different way to approach. It is not about getting the client. It is not about getting the sale. It's about delivering the value to such an extent that they come to you and they are falling in line with your principles, which will eventually help them get the results. Okay. So these are the 10 points that can help you stand out from the competitors and stand out from the crowd. If you found this video useful, just hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. And if you'd like to be a part of my community, you can go to sidz.co/join, join our community. We have over 15,000 members from all over the world who are, getting on this journey with me. And I would love to even meet you live. If you'd like to attend my next live session, you can just go to sidz.co. Let me just give you that other link. I'll just edit this, sidz.co/live. And you can attend my next webinar and get to know more about this process. It's a free webinar. You can attend that and then be a part of the community. Okay. So if you found this useful and if you're part of my community, share your top learnings using the hashtag #ILSDeepLearner. If you'd like to win a free copy of my book, a signed copy of my book, You Can Coach. And I look forward to sharing more videos like this in the future. All the best and catch you in the next one.